Hello, my friends. For today's beer review, we're going to be taking a look at Sierra Nevada Brewery's Porter. Sierra Nevada Porter is a beer that comes in at 5.6% ABV, so it's just a little bit above average for your domestic beer. And the commercial description on this beer says, before Sierra Nevada was a reality, nights were spent perfecting home brew recipes and dreaming of starting a brewery. One of our favorite beers was a porter, made before roasted malts were readily available. We spent time in the kitchen roasting barley for our own malt. The result is big malt flavor, rich, bittersweet, and roasted. Now, typically, as far as I've seen, a porter drinks like a lighter or thinner stout, and I do love stouts a lot. There's also a secondary little description it looks like up here, and it says, Sierra Nevada Classic Porter is a testament to roasted malts, which give it rich, bittersweet, and roasted coffee-like flavor. This all-American adaptation of the traditional working man's ale is well-balanced and a perfect complement to a variety of foods. So, that sounds pretty good. Sierra Nevada's been a pretty solid brewery for me so far. They did make one of the most famous craft brews that's almost domestically famous, their Sierra Nevada Pale Ale. So, I have moderately high expectations out of this. I don't think it's going to be able to top Founders Porter because that's just phenomenal. But without further ado, let's get the cap off of here. I'm going to take this cap off carefully because I do not have a Sierra Nevada cap of this color. This one's kind of like a light brown hue. Here, I'll show you once I get it off. As you can see, so I'm going to save that one. And I'm going to be drinking this today out of the standard stout glass. Porter, stout, whatever. Straight out of the bottle. It is very light brown. And let's see if we can generate a head on this. Okay. Pours about a finger of just slightly off-white head. The bubbles in it are really big, so I have a feeling it's not going to stick around for very long. Up into the light, it is incredibly dark, ruby brown kind of color. To the eye, it looks like it's just like dark brown, can barely see through it, but if you do hold it to the light, it has some reddish hues to it. Let's give it a smell. There's a little bit of smokiness to this. It may be kind of intermingling in with hops, but it seems to have a bit of smokiness as soon as I smell it. There is definitely coffee there, to be sure. And there's actually a hazelnutty chocolate to this as well. Normally I don't get hazelnut and chocolate in the same beer, but this has it, at least as far as the aroma is concerned. Yeah, a little bit of smoke, coffee, and kind of hazelnut, nutty chocolate in the background. So that smells really good, and I certainly hope it tastes the same way that it smells, but there's only one way for us to find out, so without further ado, let's taste it. Does have a little bit of that nuttiness to it. Actually, a good amount as it lingers. That's pleasing. Up front, you have a lot of carbonation bite up front. Yeah, up front, it's just carbonation and a beery beer taste. Those really rich, nutty chocolate and coffee flavors don't come in until well into the development when you're already ready to take another sip, which is something that Brooklyn Brewery's black chocolate stout suffered from as well, where those flavors were not up front. You were hit with not unpleasant, but not also what you want in the beginning bite to the beer, and then those good flavors that you expect to taste don't come in until well into development. In fact, towards the end of the beer. And that's not to say this is a bad beer, but it could be improved on. It could have some of that tart kind of sour carbonation bite cut off in the beginning and be replaced with a little bit more of the sweet chocolate. And I really wish they would, because their chocolate and this is great. It has hazelnuts in it. It's delicious, but it's only in the back. At the very end, it lingers for just a little bit. That is such a shame, because the aftertaste is so good on this beer, but the upfront is just kind of boring. So that's going to knock it from being a really good beer to just an okay beer. I would give it a high 7, like a 7.8 out of 10. This could easily be an 8.6, 8.8 beer if it had gotten rid of that carbonation bite up front and had the hazelnut chocolate and the coffee immediately instead of it just being an aftertaste. Because a beer is not just an aftertaste. You have to have that up front first initial hit too. So there you guys go. Not a bad beer, but not amazing either. It's just okay. That has been Sierra Nevada Brewery's Porter. Hope you guys enjoyed the review, and stay tuned for my next beer review as always.